Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Today, it is rainy outside. Not too cold. Uh, Not too cold. It's 60 degrees, so that's gonna be good. Hopefully, the rain will move out of here to be, a good day to do stuff outside. Like always, I've been doing a lot of stuff outside. It's been that nice to do things outside, especially with the coronavirus. It's better to do things outside anyway, exercise, running, whatever for right now until, or unless you have a mask like what I have. But I still prefer to be outside regardless. Even before the coronavirus, I was an outside person, so that's just normal for me, and that's why I complain about the weather, because I like to be outside. I really do like to be outside. Hey, hello everybody. Being outside, it's fun, and you get to do things outside. But with the coronavirus, that's probably the best place to be. But today, it's raining, not cold, but raining today. I don't know if it's gonna do that all weekend, but I'm hoping that it does not do that all weekend. Tomorrow, they have a march going on. One of my friends is coming to get me tomorrow to go to a march. Hello to you that they are having tomorrow in Weatherford. I always like to go to stuff like that. And I go to stuff like that too because it helps me work on communication skills and just different things that, in my pictures. I go there also to take good pictures and document stuff. That's what I do, because someday I also want to sell my photography and sell my work. I want to sell my stuff. Because that's hopes in my life. That's also what I want to do. So today I want to talk about my hopes and my dreams and what I want to do, because for a long time I haven't really been able to talk about that kind of stuff because I didn't see any hopes and dreams in my life. I just did not. I just didn't see it. My first hope is this, and so people can write that down. My first hope someday is to have a book written. A book. Books cost a lot of money to have written. But my hopes and dreams today, we're going to talk about why having hopes and dreams is important, no matter the circumstances in your life, because it helps you to not go crazy. And that's why I come up with having hopes and dreams, because I'm still young enough. I'm not an old person. I'm still young enough to have dreams. Even though I feel like a 60-year-old in my mind, because I've had to live so much serious stuff. I've had to live with being my sister dying. I've had to live with my grandmother dying. I've had to live with my cousin dying. When you live with that stuff so close in your life, it's tough to deal with. And I don't care what anybody says, death will wake you up. And then you start to not care about a lot of the things you used to. Because you understand that life can be taken from you. I don't care who you are. And in my life, that's what I've gone through. And death, especially if you lose a relative like what I went through, you begin to try to dig down and find your hopes and dreams so that those who are still here aren't left behind. My sister has a child, and another reason too is if I ever became wealthy, I would help my sister's child. I would help my sister's child. Because she might need that. But if she grows up someday, she might not. But at the end of the day, I would want to be wealthy. I don't want to be broke. Let's talk about why having hopes and dreams, though, also is important regardless. For me, like I said, I hope someday to have a book written. I think that is important because that shows a document about your life, or having books written about your life. I'm going to invite people on because I think it's important. I think it's very, very important that people know what my hopes and dreams are as life goes forward and moves forward for me, and what's possible without paying for it. And I want to talk to people about why it's important to go to legitimate places when it comes to doing serious stuff in your life, such as public speaking or book writing. And we'll get into all of that today too, and why doing research is also important. So I'm adding folks on today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. So let's talk about hopes and dreams, getting books written. Secondly, getting a podcast started. Somebody knows how to set that up. That is being set up. I don't know how to do it. I know nothing about it, but they showed me the cover of what it'll look like. So that's cool. The second thing to learn is public speaking. If you learn or watch TV, you learn to be articulate, because public speaking pays. It can pay anywhere from $5,000 per speech to $10,000 to $20,000 depending on you. I like that little ring a lot better because that depends on me. If I'm willing to fly to New York, they pay you for that. If you're willing to, they pay for that. Guys, you should never ever have to pay for anything. If somebody believes in you, like I said on here yesterday, because I talk to attorneys about various things because I want to know. Multi-level marketing companies, why not to do them? And they told me the truth. And the legal truth about multi-level marketing is, and I don't knock people who do it, that's your choice, but it's not your company. So for example, if you're doing Amway, did I create Amway? Did I create Facebook? No, I did not. It says, I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Been living life really as normally as possible. I've really tried to, the coronavirus, you really try not to, think about that, because, but you do take precautions and you also don't be stupid, but you do try to live your life as normal, but you also don't want to live life in fear either. And so I do stuff outside, running, exercise. Guys, you don't have to be, fearful or nothing like that. If you're healthy, I've never been sick in my life, so I don't know. I don't know if people have been sick. Then I don't know. Maybe for me, I believe the 3 things that people should target to stay well is. I never thought this subject would come up, but the subject to stay well is targeting your gut, your stomach. Inside your stomach has enzymes. You keep those healthy, you healthy. Your stomach holds your what? Immune system inside. You keep that healthy, you healthy. All right, so that makes sense. It says it's very about. It is very concerned about COVID. Yeah, COVID though too is nothing to mess with. It really isn't. Because I saw refrigerated trucks. They had them here, and it's nothing to mess with. I don't care what people say. I was not able to see my sister in a hospital, because even here, one of my friends, it's not even that. Somebody else, I was not able to see them either. So it's not just one thing. It's very serious when you're not allowed. Let's be honest. When you are not allowed to see your, friends or people when they're dying, then guys, you know that this is serious when they're not letting you up there when they used to in the past. So I'm with you. I see your thumbs up because it's real. All these people who want to sit up here and hee and laugh, and it's nothing to laugh about. You could be ending up in a refrigerated truck. I told a dude, so don't laugh about it. And when I went to Weatherford, Texas, a lot of them chose not to wear masks. They, okay, well then we're not eating here because y'all aren't. Okay, I can't eat at okay. You know what? And so that's what that is. People need to take that stuff seriously and not laugh about it, because the coronavirus is nothing to laugh about. I don't know anybody in my family who has personally had it. I do not know. But I know friends that have, and it's nothing to laugh about. They said it's like this, like you're being choked, like you can't breathe. So for those who are laughing about the coronavirus, don't. It's not to take lightly. Not when they are driving refrigerated trucks down highways out here. That's not anything to laugh at or make fun of. So I think that life is okay. I think if you take, I've never been sick in my life. So I think for me, I've always listened to all precautions in my life, including with the flu. I never had the flu in my life, and some of that is contributed to what I try to learn. And for me, people say, well, you wash your hands and your face also. I wash my hands first, then I go back over my face, and then I wash my hands. So I know that my face, this part is clean to also, because germs gather here too. And I always, with my glasses, I always make sure these are clean. And my phone, that's important. So today we are going to certainly talk about what my dreams are and why that's important. What is the why? Why do you want to have dreams? For me, I want to have dreams because they provide hope in my life. So you can write down the why, and for you it could be hope. For someone else it could be something different. When you have books written, when you have podcasts, when you have websites, 2 websites are set up for me. And why you don't pay for that stuff. Where you learn about contracts that work off of commission. Where if a real company is serious about you, you think Serena Williams or others pay for things? They don't. So if real companies are serious about you, you're not paying to work there. Okay? And so if any company tells you that you have to pay for its services in order to work there, that's probably not a good idea. And it's probably not something that is going to last for the rest of your life. Those are things that people should also consider when looking at doing multi-level marketing companies or promoting any type of company that's legally not yours. You might as well start your own business. That's probably better because a lot of those multi-level marketing companies do offer or operate on a business premise where it's like starting your own business, so you might as well do the real thing. And that's good to talk to business attorneys, and a lot of them will answer your questions right away, and that's how I obtain knowledge. I can't read anything, so I'm going to ask questions because I can't read. And I go to attorneys and people to find out what I need to know, because I don't believe what people say. I go to attorneys and people like that to help me understand and cut the path out for my life. And I think that's important to also look at public speaking. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, because public speaking is very lucrative. Somebody talked to me about that and sat down and showed me the, money. I've had many people come to me and tell me I can make money doing various things, but none of it legally belonged to me. None of it was legally mine. I've had people tell me I could sell coffee and all this other stuff, or I could do Amway or financial whatever, or teach people about credit. I don't want to teach people about credit. I don't want to sell somebody else's products. Now, if you're sponsoring me, that's a whole different ball game. That's what you want to shoot for, people. People that want to sponsor you. Then you ain't having to spend money. All right? Then that service is free to you. And all you need to do, because they made it so, is promote their services. Simple as that. At the end of the day, like when I got that equipment that I got, like my shoulder sleeve right here that I have on, this is from a company called Incrediwear. This right here, they sent me this for free as an example. So I did not have to pay a dime for Incrediwear products. I make a mention of the products just like I did now, and that's how that works. Companies can send you products and you don't have to pay for them. I ain't paid for these products. I mentioned the products like Incrediwear like I did now. These products you can get discounts off of, or even get them for free. So, if you are an athlete, so there's some quotation marks there. If you are an athlete, various companies sponsor you, and that's free. You don't pay anybody to ever work somewhere or be sponsored. And you don't pay for services from people, because if somebody really believes in you, you don't pay them. Never. And that's the thing I've been trying to tell people for years. I don't pay for anything. I'm not paying for stuff because I know what my potential is. And I have the right people in my life now that actually know what the hell they doing. I got people that know how to create websites. I might be poor, but I know a lot of people. I might not have a lot of money, but, people told me all throughout this pandemic even, how is it that you're going to make it because you don't cook? Watch me. I'm still here. I didn't wither away like leaves on the ground with no water. I'm here. I didn't cook. Did I cook food during this pandemic? No. And the pandemic is still here. I'm here. Do I cook? No. So do I find a way, even during a pandemic, when even some restaurants are closed, to still eat? Yes. Am I cooking? No. So there are ways in life to get stuff done without having to pay for it, without having to do crazy stuff for it. You do nothing. Nothing. Except for you be nice to people who cooking for you and stuff like that. And that is what that is. And in my life, I ain't finna cook anything and I'm not finna pay for anything because I know what my potential is and I shouldn't have to and I don't. You pay for services where people say they're gonna advertise you. You don't pay for people to advertise you. That's not how that works. I ain't paying for you to. So what does that give me? Nothing. Because what if I pay you and you don't give me a job? Or you write up a clause saying even if you pay me, I can't guarantee you a job. That's not a job. If you sign a contract with a company and they are getting a percentage, then they are essentially saying, we believe in you, so we are paying you. That is how sponsorships work. And I know that because that's how Special Olympics got their stuff. And I learned from that over the years. And I'm taking that knowledge and I'm applying it. For real. Because I'm not fixing to be broke anymore. If I'm making $5,000 per hour, I ain't broke no more. I can do as many public speeches as allowed or whatever. I'm not lifting nothing, pulling nothing, pushing nothing. Great. What a great life. So for me, that's the life that I want. Hopes and dreams. I want to be a public speaker. I want to have a book written. And I want to have a podcast and 2 websites. Once that's going, companies require websites so that they look professional with public speaking. Once you have your websites going, then you can start to create a space at the bottom for various people and sponsors that want to be a part of what you're doing. And you can give a shout out to those people. That's an example. So for example, if my uncle has a car wash company and my uncle says, I want to sponsor you, then I would advertise my uncle's company at the bottom of my website and people can go to apply for his services. So that's a idea. So that's why you leave the bottom of the website blank at the bottom so you can add different sponsors as that goes on. So I'm excited about my life and what is ahead for me with public speaking, brand influencing. Those are all things, modern things that I think people should learn. And I think that's important because learning about branding yourself, that's not wrong. That's not wrong to make yourself a brand. And when you learn that technique, you will never, ever be broke. Again, if you learn to modernize yourself and you learn about self-imagery or self-branding, branding is important because that companies want to see you as a brand. Like for example, the Black Lives Matter movement is now a brand. So that means that was created by somebody else. You can promote that stuff, but you cannot say I created. That you can't say. You can sell the wording and all of those things, but you can't say I created this. You can't say that. So for me, I'm grateful and knowing that things are turning around in my life and that the state of Texas is trying to do what they can to get me the machine OrCam, but their offices have been closed due to coronavirus concerns. It's very real. There's not too often that state offices of that magnitude stay closed for this long, so it's really a big deal, and I hope I get my machine because it'll allow me to have high-paying jobs. And if you have high-paying jobs, your life is changed forever. And public speaking is one of the highest paying jobs in America. And if you do it well, you get paid. And if you have the footprint like I do, and you are articulate and you can stay on topic, then public speaking is for you. And I think that that's a good career for me to do public speaking, and that's why I want to do it, because I believe in myself. I believe in my work. I believe in everything that I put in. And physically, the way that I'm built, you don't just get this by hopping and sitting on the couch. At the end of the day, everything in this life takes effort, and I don't just sit on my butt hoping and praying that things come around. I actually take actions and do what I tell everybody else. When I was off this social media, I was pretty much off of all social media. I only posted once or twice on Instagram for Thanksgiving. That was it. And on Twitter, all this stuff. But I was on those platforms, and so I found those platforms to be different than Facebook. But I was off of Facebook for 30 days. For whatever reason, I don't know enough about the platform. But as I start to make money, then we'll flip that and we'll start to boost the post. And so as companies financially start to sponsor me, then those companies have the power to reach out to Facebook. See how you're going to do that? You get companies to reach out to companies like this. So as you promote materials and stuff on Facebook, your account's not shut down. Money talks. And if you start to generate income and money, your account don't get shut down like that. So at the end of the day, there are other things that you can learn by even talking to forensic folks who deal with computers and things like that. And so I learned a lot in my life quickly, and understand that Facebook is one big algorithm. And once you figure out the algorithm, which means money is one of the main algorithms for Facebook and any social media, you get money in your pocket. You can even use social media to make millions of dollars. Now, I didn't know this, because I've been on social media for years and I ain't made money. But what you know is there is millions of dollars. And if I do this right, I'll be rich for the rest of my life. I will be rich for the rest of my life. And you can do public speaking for the rest of your life. You're not having to lift anything. You're not having to move anything. I'm tired of lifting, moving, all of that. I'm tired of it. But lifting, moving, pulling things, that has helped me to be built like a dude. And I'm okay with that, because I want to be built like a dude. People don't mess with you when you built like a dude or a truck. At the end of the day, I'll take that. And if people want to judge me for the way I dress, look, act, I don't care. Because when I have money, who cares what you think? At the end of the day, when I have money and you don't, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, for those who laughed at me, made fun of me, you won't anymore. You won't make fun of me when I'm making $5,000, $10,000 speaking an hour. Won't be making fun of me when you having to get up and go to a 9-to-5 job that you hate. I don't have a job, because I learned in my life to take the systems that are given to me under federal law, and I learned about it. I'm not going to work at a Walmart when I can get better medical care on government assistance. I'm going to repeat that again. I don't apply for jobs that cannot take care of me medically. I'm out. So for me, I'm grateful in my life that I learned, because I am disabled. And under federal law, I have the right to the system like anybody else. And I learned to ask attorneys questions in my life about anything, because the law is the law. And that is what that is. And if you follow the law too, if you follow the law and you don't go outside of it, then your life will be good for the rest of your life. Your life. Because you're doing what the laws of the country allow you to do. If you're allowed to make money in this country, go do that. And I know what I'm allowed to do, because for years, when I was in Special Olympics, I was told I was not allowed to have money. You're not allowed to have a job. You're not allowed to go to college. You're not allowed to be married. Not allowed to have a boyfriend. Not allowed to have high-paying jobs, because Special Olympics is designed to keep you poor. And I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be told for 28 years I ain't allowed to be married, and I'm a female. I ain't allowed to get married to no man. In what country do you know of where they tell you ain't allowed to get married to a dude and you a female? They only tell retarded people that. Or people with disabilities. I have a disability too. but I'm visually impaired. I'm not stupid though, and that's one thing I think people sleep on. Ain't nothing wrong with my brain, and ain't nothing wrong with my hands either. My vision may not be good, but I tell people to don't run up on me, because you might catch a really huge surprise and realize that I actually have hands too. So I think at the end of the day in my life, I will make sure that I'm good all the way around, because I don't want people taking advantage of me in any way, shape, or form, through corporations or through individuals. At the end of the day, I am going to learn the laws, because the law is the law. And the law is what is going to keep me stable for the rest of my life. Once you learn the law of the United States and you learn laws that help you, then you learn finance. You learn finances. You learn what money is allowed to do legally under federal and state law. Once you learn those two things, then you'll be set for the rest of your life. And those two things is what I want to learn. Number one, finances. Number two, laws. Once you know that, then you good. And number three, religion. So if you have a Bible or a Quran or any of that, religion might be the third thing that you put, or the first for me. Religion, law, those kinds of things. It's very, very important that you learn those three sectors. Those three sectors will keep you stable for the rest of your life. When you learn again how to use the laws to protect yourself, that helps you for the rest of your life. Period. When you learn about finances and money and how that works, that will shield you for the rest of your life, if you play it right. And number three, learning about religion and how that works. Those three things together, that's pretty good. I also want to tell people that it is a good time coming to God at this time also. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for everything that you put in my life. Thank you for the people, places, and folks in my life. And I'm forever grateful for these people and all that they do. I am grateful. I'm grateful for my family and people, and pray for us during the holidays, because I really miss my sister. I miss her a lot, and she's not going to be here. I ask you, oh Heavenly Father, to watch over everybody at this time, and people who may be going through more serious financial problems than me. I also ask that you watch over people who may be evicted or that kind of stuff. It's very serious right now. And I ask that God watch over people who may be feeling depressed or things like that. If you are feeling depressed, certainly seek counseling. I know I did, because I was going through too much in my life all at once, and so that is important at this time more now than ever to seek counseling. And that is paid for through the federal government also, especially right now. And so at this time, I know that God can do what? In all things in His name. And I say amen. God bless y'all, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. God bless you.